Hi there, everyone. My name's Patty, and I'm one half of Bunchy Scrunch. I might as well tell you what this video is about and why I've created this channel. So this channel will be a secret to my best friend Jessica. Jessica and I have been best friends for 4 years now. We're inseparable. We have a matching tattoo. We do everything together. I couldn't imagine my days without her laughter, her positivity, and her kindness. And so that leads me to why I'm doing this. So last Christmas, we came up with the concept of wanting to start up a scrunchie brand called Bunchy Scrunch. Um, we know the scrunchie market is very saturated, but we wanted to throw our hat into the ring. You never know until you try. So we decided to throw our hat into the ring. Everything was going really well. We were planning really well. We had meetings. Let's just say this was very well planned. There was no surprises. We made sure that there was no detail left unturned. Like we were across the board. Jess more so. Jess has an incredible work ethic. That should be noted. And so, we just went in. We were like, we're going to be best friends who start up a scrunchy business that might take off and it might give us some extra income because in this day and age, the economy is a bit rough. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. We're passionate about scrunchies. We're passionate about hair. Let's go for it. Now, obviously, we got to, I believe we wanted to launch April or May, and everything was still moving pretty well. We knew how much we wanted to sew before then and our inventory we wanted to have. We were making sure that we were meeting that inventory and sewing a certain amount a day. Keep in mind, we both work full time. So we also had to balance that. We had to balance work, marriage, pets, and outside commitments, as well as trying to get this business off the ground. It then came to a point where we're both creative souls and we love creativity, but I have ADHD. And I scored in the top 2 percentile of my assessment. And there was a few subject matters within my assessment that I scored higher in, which kind of goes hand in hand with maybe I don't have a great work ethic always. Using that as an excuse at all. There is a lot of business owners and business savvy people who do have ADHD and they're doing swimmingly well. Unfortunately, it's almost like the creative outlet that I used to love became a chore. And the moment something's become a chore, I get I get disinterested. I no longer want to do it. I get bored. I felt pressure, not from Jess. I just felt pressure. I was putting it on myself. I had really big feelings. I was going to let her down. I had so much pressure on me. The world was coming down on me. I'm a failure. Those general thoughts that you have when you're trying to go through the motions of getting yourself motivated to do something. And of course, came the little white lies. Jess was like, yep, I sewed 10 this week. And I was like, yep, I've sewed 3 to 6, but I was sewing nothing. And Jess, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that it started with the white lies, and instead of communicating with you, I gave you lies, and you didn't deserve that. You deserved communication, and I just didn't know how to communicate it because I was so frustrated with myself, and the I felt lazy, but I was so frustrated and down on myself that I couldn't communicate it to you because you were one of the people I do not want to let down. Also, just a tangent, if you've made it this far, the videos that are playing above is all the content that we've previously made for Bunchy Scrunch. We do have a TikTok and an Instagram with a very small following. I would love to grow that for her. Again, she won't know about this YouTube. I'm not going to share. And if you go to Instagram or TikTok, don't say you've come from the YouTube videos, please. I would like to do some more content of my own before I go, hey. I'm trying. Look at me. I really want to do this with you. But the videos you see above is from our social media accounts. So please go over and check, give it a like, give it a follow. Right now there has been content since June, and I will get to the reason of that. So, what happened in June? June comes along. We were meant to launch in April or May. Jess's inventory is ready, but my own wasn't. Our inventory was meant to be 260 pieces, if I remember off the top of my head. Jess was at 260 pieces, and I was only at, I think I was at 100 pieces. So I wasn't halfway, but I wasn't all the way. So pretty much what happened is there was some communication between Jess and I, and ultimately it ended in us not talking for the last 3 months. I don't want to discuss our personal communication on YouTube. That's between her and I. But I could tell both of us were hurting. So that just brings me to the now. I've decided to create a YouTube account. This one, it is under Bunchy Scrunch. I don't think she'd be searching for it because just to give a tiny little bit of context about our last interaction in June, pretty much it was the end of Bunchy Scrunch. Bunchy Scrunch would go nowhere. If we weren't going to sell it together, we weren't going to do it under Bunchy Scrunch. So this YouTube account is under the business name. I don't believe she'll go looking for that. Points to me for thinking of that. I also don't know if she's constantly on YouTube looking for scrunchy stuff. Hey Jess, if you find this, let's hope you don't. So to the now, Jess and I have had some conversations after 3 months of going fully ghost mode. In the end, it turns out we were both hurting and we both needed to reflect, me more so because I definitely overreacted in June. And this, a channel in this video is my apology to Jess because she deserves so much better. I also deserve great things in my life, thank you very much. But she deserves so many good things, and I want to do this for her. So this was the other thing. When I started to have some doubts about Bunchy, I said to Jess I was doing this for her. And that was my mistake because I guess you can misconstrue that as you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for me. So why are you doing it? But I don't think people understand that with my ADHD, I really want to do this for her. I 100% want to do it for me, and I'm all for the growth and for the challenges that will come with owning a business. But I was unfair to her. And I do love being creative, and I do love sewing, and I do love drawing. And creativity is really important for my brain. And this was a great outlet. And it was just a really sad moment that I gave up everything I loved for 3 months, maybe more, because I doubted myself so much. So I want to do this channel for her. I want to build our business for her, but I also do want to do it for me. What I guess now you're wondering, well, okay, well, what's in it for you? Because you keep saying you want to do it for Jessica. I want it for me for my own development, my own plot, like, do it for the plot, my own story, my own growth. I need to finally push myself. I'm in my late 30s and I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to see what'll happen if I invest into something that scares me. Does that make sense? So that's what's in it for me. But for for Jessica, I want to do this for her because I want to show her I care. And if you go over to our Instagram and our TikTok, all of the like logos, the naming of the bunchies, the wonderful like prints, that was done by Jess on Canva. She invested so much time and energy on this content. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. And it deserves to be seen. Like she did invest so much into this. So it's only fair that I invest some time into it too, because content wasn't my biggest thing. You'll see some content on the page where there's like, it's people content. That was me, Patty. I'm very good at putting reels and TikToks together, but like the scrunchy stuff, the canvas, the ideas, like the layouts, that was Jessica. she's a creative genius, and I will always stand by that. But that's why she deserves this moment, because she's going through a hard time. She has a lot happening in her private life that, again, I won't discuss. And maybe one day she'll join me on this channel and she'll want to discuss her private battles, but she doesn't deserve this extra heaviness that I caused by not committing as hard as her. It's not that I wasn't committed to Bunchy. I was definitely committed, but I definitely wasn't as committed as hard as her. And she didn't deserve that. Friends, I'm asking you to please join me on this journey of me trying to become a content creator on YouTube, but also let's throw some support Bunchy's way and let's start building that following. And let's just go for it. I am going to give it my hardest try ever. I don't know why that sentence took so long to come out, but I'm going to try my hardest. I am unfiltered. I have ADHD. I will probably lack the motivation sometimes, but I'll come on here and I will sow and I will keep sowing. Now, Jess has gone ahead and started to sell her inventory. There is a different version of this story. So, Jess needed to move on and she needed to start to sell her inventory. So, if you do want to buy some of our bunchy scrunches there, you can find it at J Marie on Instagram. J Marie Designs. JMAIREE Designs. On Instagram, she is selling her bunchies there. They are amazing. I can definitely stand behind the scrunchies. I adore them. But she does deserve her investment back. But please help me. This is big for me to do as someone with the brain that I have, where I think quite sharply sometimes. And I feel quite big. And I need to do this for me, for my growth and development, but also for Jessica because it's what she deserves. And I owe her. I really do owe her. So, Jessica, this one's for you, my love. I wish you nothing but the best in your future. I hope for the best for us, and let's succeed together. I miss you. I'm sorry for what happened in the last few months, and I just want to keep growing with you and alongside you and stay on this journey with you. So please know I'm going to put my heart into this and my energy in this, but I'm here for you and I'm going to try. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.